The air squat, it's one of the main techniques, relates right to hockey position. This technique is the main base for all the power lifts that you'll do. So we're going to go through the air squat here pretty quickly, maintaining good form and good position. It starts out with a wide stance. Starts out with a wide stance, feet just outside shoulder width apart, toes facing out. What we want to see is you going all the way down, keeping our back and our abs tight, and our knees pushing outwards instead of coming inwards. So it looks like this. Arms come up all the way down, knees touching outwards, pushing through the heels, all the way through the heels, and back up. All the way through the heels and back up, keeping my back nice and tight. Okay. Notice that my back remains arched, stomach's in tight, butt sits back, knees push out. Right down to parallel and back up. Alright, the next exercise we're going to go over is the back squat. It's the same as the air squat, except now you're applying weight on a barbell to the middle of your back. Trying to keep the bar in the middle of your traps, chest poked in, sitting back, knees pushing out, same stance all the way down, trying not to allow the bar to push you forward, pushing back up through the heels. Knees out, and down, back through the heels.
Go.
It's important that you maintain that seated posture and that your knees don't come past your toes and that you're pushing back in through your heels. Front squat is the next exercise we'll talk about. It's the same as the back squat when talking about the legs, back, stomach, and core posture. The only difference is now you're racking the weight in a front hold stance. Elbows are out, holding the bar with a grip. Feet in same position, knees pushing out, dropping down past parallel, and bring it back up through the heels. It's important that you maintain the chest up stance while pushing back through the heels. Don't let the bar drag you forward, all the way down, back through the heels. It's important to maintain a strong core throughout this exercise. Again, not letting the bar pull you back and pushing through the heels. Lateral lunge, much like the skater lunge or the skater's movement, the difference between the lateral lunge and the skater's lunge is you're pushing up into a standing position in the lateral lunge. Again, bar back in squat position, feet together, shoulder width, stepping out into the lunge, pushing back up into position, alternating, pushing back up into position. Skater's lunge is a supplemental skater development type exercise, maintaining a wide stance, maintaining good weight over knee, knee over foot positioning, and transferring weight as you would as if you're skating. Bar is maintained in the squat position. A wide stance is taken, dropping into a skater's lunge, maintaining good extension of the extension leg and good weight over toes. Make sure on this exercise our toes are straight as we transfer back and forth. Right? Extension leg staying straight. Pushing again up through the bar. Maintain that toe-knee alignment, allowing you to be in the same position you may be in, a little wider than skating. Pushing through the pain of a low skater stance. The lever series is a series of shoulder movements used in many of the workouts. Starting leaning a good athletic stance into the bar, using your legs, not just your shoulders, to drive through the bar with each rep. Driving through the bar with each rep. Through the bar. Maintaining that rep count on one arm. Switching arms. Maintaining that rep count on the second arm. And then driving for speed. Two hands in the middle. Again, next part is an external ab oblique portion of the lever series. Dropping the bar to one side, all the way to the ground, pushing through, dropping the bar to one side, pushing through, using my core to maintain this movement. Switching sides. All the way to the ground. Now we're going to move on to some of the CrossFit techniques. Again, with the CrossFit techniques, as the title suggests, technique is everything in these movements as it was with the powerlifting. We're going to start with two of the more powerlifting type workouts or exercises used in CrossFit. First one being a thruster. Thruster, at the beginning of a workout, bar always starts from the ground on the go sign. Bar comes up in a clean position into a rack position in front of you. Starts with a good front squat and pushing through, head through the arms. Again, down, head through the arms. The full movement is one thruster. Again, the bar starting on the ground, on the go signal, comes up, good stance, front squat, pushing through, maintaining a good technique on your back and good squat technique. Guys, the next exercise is Sumo high pull. Again, much like the deadlift, with a little more athletic movement. Alright, starting with a wide stance, as if to be a sumo wrestler, the Sumo high pull. Narrow grip on the bar. Back, head up, chest up. Good knees out positioning. Deadlifting through the bar and pulling the bar high. Back down position, pulling the bar high. Back into position, pulling the bar high. Getting good positioning. Head up, chest up, knees out stance, butt back, finishing with the bar high, pushing through the heel, finishing with the bar high. Alright guys, the important part of the kettlebell swing is maintaining that thrust with the hips and the quads and the butt. Alright, making sure you're using that movement to make the kettlebell rise, and it's not a full extension of the shoulder, so it's not a shoulder rise or a shoulder lift, it's actually a thrusting movement through the hips. So we do, from the start, maintain a good spot, kettlebell between our legs. We get rocking with our hips. Bell rocks as the bell will raise and it'll float. Alright? Maintain that good pop. Pop through the hips. Pop through the hips. Pop through the hip. Pop through the hips. Pop through the hips. Always using that pop. Hit the ball rising and my shoulders aren't doing much of the lifting. If you don't have a kettlebell, simple dumbbell can use 1.5 pood 55 pounds, a 2 pood 72 pounds or a 70-pound dumbbell. Alright, same movement. Pushing through with the hips. Using that dumbbell, getting the hips to pop it open. Guys, the next exercise is the push-up. Again, maintaining good technique and a full range of motion. The push-up is probably the easiest exercise to call cheating on due to the lack of full range of motion. So as we drop down, touching our chest on the ground, maintaining a full plank on our toes, arms, hands flat to the sides. As we push up, push all the way through, full extension, dropping down, touching our chest. All the way through, touching our chest. If you can't maintain that touch, each time you touch the ground, raise your hands up off the ground. That'll maintain that touch. We don't want peeling, or we don't want butt in the air. We want full plank, full touch. Okay guys, going into the more simple of CrossFit moves, but again is important with technique. First we're going to do a sit-up. In CrossFit speed is as important as the technique. Getting through reps while maintaining that technique is how you have the most success. So a sit-up, much like you've done in the past, we allow for anchoring of the feet with barbells, with dumbbells. Alright, what you do, drop back, arms touch, behind the head, up, full hand touch on the dumbbells. Getting quick. Squeezing through with each rep. Alright guys, there's 3 different types of pull-ups you're going to use throughout the day. There's a weighted pull-up, there's a strict pull-up, and then there's a kipping pull-up. The kipping pull-up being the most common CrossFit used and most difficult technique used pull-up in CrossFit. It's a strict pull-up, a simple pull-up, good grip on the bar. Alright, shoulders always engaged, no swinging motion. Pull yourself up, chin above the bar, all the way down, strictly. Alright, the weighted pull-up, getting a weight of some sort down below the ankles, right? Pulling yourself up and driving it down. The kipping pull-up. Alright, it's important to maintain your form, having your shoulders engaged. First thing to do is to get your head moving back and forth. It's not a rocking motion. My head's moving back and forth. Alright, as I start to float up, pull myself and pull up through the bar. Alright, important things to maintain. Head movement through your shoulders. Keeping your shoulders engaged. As you come up, float up, exploding through the hips, pulling yourself in the bar, then driving away from the bar. Again, head movement, drive away from the bar. Head movement. Alright guys, burpees, one of another CrossFit movement. Again, you've probably done them before, but doing them correctly may be a different story than you're used to. Again, dropping flat to your chest, full push-up position, popping up, jumping and clapping, hands behind the head. With each rep that counts, your hands are above your head while your feet are coming off the ground. Again, drop it straight down, popping up behind the head. Notice that I bring my feet to my sides when pulling back up. I don't jump with my feet together, they come up to my sides so I can maintain quick speed and the most efficient movement. Again from the side, drop down, push up, clap behind my head. Cheer up. Yeah. The double under is a skipping movement, rotating the rope twice underneath your legs with each rep that you count. Again, don't get frustrated. You're going to hit yourself in the head. You're going to whack yourself in the shins and start over like anything else. Alright? Keep skipping. Twice under. Alright guys, for the last exercise is going to be the wall ball shot. Alright, much like the golf cart behind me, it's part of UAH and part of our tradition here. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to throw the 20-pound medicine ball up in the head, over a guy, catching it, and drop into a squat, touching our butt on the same size ball underneath us. Maintaining a high throw, squatting down with each throw. I squat down, touch the ball, up. Full squat, good squatting position, catching the ball, pushing it up, pushing it up, pushing it up. Alright guys, so those are some of the lifts, the power movements that you'll see throughout the 011 spring and summer workout programs. I hope you guys enjoy and get the most out of those programs and come in strong and ready to compete for position in the fall. Again, we wish you all the luck, and if you have any questions, you got my number, you got my email, feel free to call and talk about it. Remember, every Sunday, every single Sunday, you send in those results. Alright, good luck guys, and we look forward to a great season.